I think it all comes down to how Amphy responds to the Expo. That is probably coming.
Oh, here we
Let's
go.
see Melting Valley.
Here we go, game 1.
Let's get it started.
Yeah, Ahmpy has got some... Go ahead.
Nope, I'm just casting.
Ahmpy's got some special builds in the chamber here for the matchup against Dendi, most likely. He has shown a pretty big hero diversity. We're talking about Demon first, Panda first, Warden first. I think in particular Warden first could be interesting. Hold up a second. Hold the phones. We're already deviating far from the usual.
Is he doing a fast tree of life or something?
Hero opener.
No.
Yep, I told you guys, this is what he does. He has been cooking for this moment for the last 2 weeks. He plays most of his games. He gets like, he doesn't necessarily play that. He plays a shit ton of games, but he's spending so much time outside of the game, learning and getting coaching and researching. So,
I did wonder for a moment.
Cooks up and up here.
You
I
guys
got a huge
predict
bowl
the
of cereal to get through.
I'm going to do a prediction as well. I think it's going to be Dendi 3-1. I think Ahmpy's preparation is considerable and formidable. But ultimately, the early expansion, like you said, Tyler, gives a lot of extra leeway for mistakes, which Dendi does make. Let's not blow him up too much. But he has also done his preparations, and his coach was Foggy, who has been the best Night Elf in Europe for the better part of the last 10 years. So he should have a pretty good grasp of this matchup. Having said that, though, it's going to be Mountain King first. That's anything but traditional.
Yeah. Well, also, Elder coming out here. So Mountain King is something that Dendi likes to play. He likes to get those big, what is it called? The hammer he throws, gets a big surround all the units afterwards, and then he just kills it instantly. Amphy is going for a very scary Ancient of War creeping down there with the Ice Troll Warlord. That will be difficult to do, but Amphy is an absolute legend at creeping. He's practiced it so hard, and he's become very good in the mere 2 weeks he's played.
Yep, and he always sends out these early, like, Wisp scouts, so he is going to know what's going on. And again, on this map, Dendi always goes to this bot expo first. Always. He did it against you. He did it against me. He does it all the time. I think that's why he even picks this map, to be fair.
Yeah, this map is quite big, and it's quite easy to get an expansion in because the gold mine is quite close to it. He has his footman placed up towards the Ice Troll.
That troll camp's a bit nasty though with an Ancient of War.
Clear, while Amphy is doing the Ice Troll.
All the range
units. And, then he will do the same thing in the top because humans are
only the
at
Wisp
creeping
gets ensnared.
with the militia. Amphy has
that
seen
kind of works
though,
out for
with
him.
the scout that you called out, Tyler, as well.
Brings up
so he knows
forward
what's going on. He knows
troll.
he's not going to the expo right away. So maybe there's a play to stop it now?
Looks like there's not going to be a play to stop it. Looks like Ahmpy is going to go with Pandaran Brewmaster first. Possibly his favorite hero in the game. It's always a goal for him.
That's pretty good. If he levels that bad boy up.
Second hero, he's
But no
saying,
Demon Hunter.
Why not just start with him as a first hero and get massive splash damage early on?
Yeah, it's a very unique pick because the Pandaran hero needs to get to level 3 before it really puts in that big work.
Imagine if the Panda went up.
But he's gonna play for the
Not
long
that he
run.
would
It's gonna
know,
be a
but,
little bit
well,
scary,
kind of.
though, if Dendi
All
gets
those
an
injured
expansion
units.
up, but then Dendi will have to see what he can do against that Pandaran because it is a scaling war now. Dendi placing a little farm up at the mercenary camp so he can purchase a mercenary in case he needs it, which is very smart. Use that militia out in the open to get some vision and also be able to purchase some stuff later on without having to go there.
He's going to have to stop this. He knows. There's no way he doesn't. Unless he expands, he never expands. He has to stop this. He has to, right?
And he's not a big fan of expanding.
No, he
lost
Oh, no.
That's crazy. So Ahmpy
doesn't have the most practice on the strat.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is, I glazed him in the beginning for being really good at creeping, but I guess it was a caster's curse. But he does get it down there. He gets the greater mana potion. I'm not sure, Grubby, if that's a good item to get from this camp. I'm not sure what you think about this whole situation.
There's no better. This is the best item Panda could get from this camp. It's absolutely what you want. It means loads of Drunken Haze, loads of Fire Breath. The Ancient of War loss is significant, not just for what it represents now in a lack of ability to make more archers. It's that Ahmpy has gotten rather good at which top Night Elves do, which is to use the Ancient of War not just for the first camp, but also for the third or the fifth, etc, etc. So he would have eventually moved that over to the corner here and crept this base with it. It's not the end of the world, but it's a pretty big loss, and Ahmpy should be better than that by now.
Level 3 Mountain King, full mana, comfortable.
Well, he's actually doing an expo right now, but
what's he going to put his second point into? Stormbolt or Thunderclap?
Yep.
How does he see it instantly?
He's good with the Wisp Scouts.
Placed right below the Town Hall.
I mean, Dendi might even be
true.
deliberately holding
Getting
back
yep.
and seeing what he's up against
Sorry, bro.
before he
I
picks
think
his
you
ability,
guys
which
have
is
a
quite
bad-
advanced. Even
Oh,
I
that's my bad,
sometimes get
sorry.
ahead of myself and just
bro,
assume
guys,
I want
I'm doing it too.
Stormbolt or Thunderclap.
Sorry.
I think he
Dude,
might go
I think-
Thunderclap,
what
yeah.
is that wisp we've been telling me?
Because of the getting in between those units there,
Right
those
now,
mercs.
actually. Oh, he's stopping the Expo right now in his face. Look where Dendi's at. He's still like in the middle of the map. All these peanuts are gonna die. He did have a plan. I knew it.
That's pretty important. That is a huge hit. Down to
Takes a lot
2
of more damage
peasants
when it's being
now.
built because it's unarmored,
He
but
probably
Amphy
won't even
comes
have
up
any
here
left.
With the Troll Shadow Priest in the front, I'm not
Uh-oh.
sure Dendi wants to have that in the front because Amphy can shoot it down.
Look at
that snipe.
And it goes
Oh, he got the kill. Amphy came with the plane. He's gonna lose one here though. That sucks.
He went level 2 Thunderclap.
He didn't stall the Expo. He didn't stop it completely, but he did kill a little bit of Dendi's units here.
Not bad at all for Ahmpy. Coming in, killing 3 peasants, making 2 lose some mining time, killing a priest, and then losing an archer while losing a town portal is a very acceptable result. Now, there is something there that went wrong for Ahmpy. He aimed his fire breath on the 2 peasants, but misclicked the town hall, which made the cone miss the 2 peasants. He could have done even more. Then he's now
We got
going to
another
come
fight
in.
coming in the middle now.
That's a surround. Instant
Wow.
surround. Uh-oh, is this
He
it?
has no portal.
Thunderclap.
Big drunk and he's
taking out.
huge fire breath.
Trying to keep the block. Not quite.
He's getting out! He's safe!
Oh, he's taking one as well.
Staff?
He's buying from the shop.
Staff?
Panda might... Well, he's got
Notification's
greater
been
mana
fast,
potion.
so
I don't know if
he
he's
can get out
going
if
to
he needs
try to
but
use
oh
it.
my
Yeah, he
God,
does.
he's on the back foot now.
A little bit greedy to use the mana potion
It
here.
was,
to get
but
some
he
more
wants to get
footmen
more.
kill. There's also a wand of mana
The
steal.
burn.
There's wand of mana
Big
steal. He
burn
has
from the
enough mana
panda
for a
there.
Stormbolt now. The Mountain King.
It's still level 1 Stormbolt, though, so it's not too
I
powerful.
think he could have went for a big Stormbolt into a huge damage on the Brewmaster there, but I think Dendi just wants to survive. He wants to stall for that expansion. He's building up the Arcane Vault, getting the Scout Tower. Amphy, on the other hand, is building his Engines of Lore now, so he's stalling for those bears. It's a bear situation versus an Expo. Who will be stronger? The better resources from Dendi or the big bear army that's gonna come in around 3 minutes when she gets his tier 3 and also the bear upgrades.
Personally, if you want my personal opinion, I think it's fucked. I think he got that Expo up. He's gonna be getting free gold. He's gonna be taking dumb trades that he can lose units on.
Yes.
Ugh, it was so.
The
However,
Expo is really rough at the beginning, but yeah, go on, Grubby.
However, Dendi is still tier 1. We're talking about a tier 1. He just started it against someone that's going for Druids of the Claw. The next few minutes will be in favor of Dendi, but once Druids of the Claw come out, there's a really strong timing. Dendi will need to try and bridge that timing by wasting
panda
Ahmpy's
filled
time,
to the brim with
like
mana.
Tyler said, with units just taking bad trades.
Almost walking into a surround there, though.
Hot invuln here. Oh, this is that.
Mountain King
Yeah,
just
very
looking for
uncomfortable
blood,
situation here
but
for,
decides not on the
Amphy
mercenary
because-
at the bottom.
But he's trying to chase down that Troll Priest in the back, see if he can kill that big healer, because that mercenary camp does cost... They're very expensive, those Troll Priests, so if you can get it down, it's very worthwhile. Fire Breath might
Remember,
come out within a
Dendi's
second to finish it
picking
off.
up quite a bit of gold
He
now
doesn't see that he just completed that shop
from his
camp,
expansion.
actually.
Yep, the shop camp up in the... Oh, yeah.
Oh,
so
he just dinged 4. Amphy's kind of parsing on this gorilla, this bear.
And also, the Brewmaster is a scaling hero, so the longer
Wow.
this goes on...
Oh, he's going in. He said, "Fuck it, come here, boy." Oh, big flip spin.
Pretty nice.
Bro, he's
Fucking him up.
He staffs to
What?
a solo
Did he deny
troll that
both
was
of
gonna
those
get
footmen?
surrounded by 3-4 footies and a berserker, and he's like, no, I'm not gonna let it go. I'm gonna go in and use the spells and kill the footman. By the way, this item for Panda as well. Getting Pendant of Energy means he has 100 bona max mana, so this Panda is absolutely gonna tear some stuff apart. Meanwhile, where are we with the tech? Not a lot of units left for Ahmpy. He's at 27 population. He's getting some bears, almost getting to Druids of the Claw.
Yeah, Druids of the Claw coming out very soon. Blacksmith in response to that. Maybe we're gonna see some riflemen, which I'm a big fan of. You know this. But
Dendi's starting to look pretty
also
damn
happening for
scary.
Dendi. He's almost done with that in a few
he's, like,
seconds there.
having
and
to
the
step
lumber
up his
coming out
game
too,
even
so
more
he
now.
might be looking to advance into some high tier units very soon. He doesn't quite have tier 3, but tier 2 is on its way. He's meeting in the Brewmaster on the
he did not
mercenary
pull the
camp right now.
camp.
They got the merchant.
Panda's not going to have enough to
He should have
juice
pulled that
that.
out a little bit. I don't know what he's thinking. He does have a TP. Does he leave it?
Oh, I don't know if you
it's
should have
down,
done Thunderclap,
actually.
because
Pop is in,
Breath of
Pop
Fire
has a
could
lot of
maybe
gold
get
as
the...
well. I'm not sure you can live here. All his units are falling.
Just
They're
don't
all
hit the
dead. He's
ogre.
been 1v9.
And also the staff of teleportation is on cooldown. He's got 2 points of speed, but he's
gosh.
nowhere to run. Those units are not good for him. He's selling them off. He knows he has to get rid of the gold, and then
The
he
bear's
goes
going to go down as well.
Ahmpy
Mountain
had a
King
massive choke
doesn't even
here.
need to
There
use
were
a
two ways
bolt.
for him to get out. 3. 1, walk away. 3, town portal. And 2, buy Invis Potion and Dust, removing the ability for the enemy to see him. However, Dendi had sentries, so that wouldn't have worked. What did
Wow.
he do instead? he bought a second Boots of Speed. He already had one. Complete panic, complete choke, lost his panda, wasted loads of money.
What I really like to see from Dendi, what I like to see Dendi do, is that he builds farms at all the possible merchants and the shops, so he has vision, even though he doesn't have to be there. And if Amphy wants to get rid of those farms, he has to commit a sort of 20 seconds to kill them, while Dendi can see exactly what he's doing. Amphy is scouting up in the west a little bit with his wisp, seeing where Dendi is, mayhaps, and also while crafting his new hero. So Amphy wants to stall, and it's looking really favorable for Dendi here, trying to search for some creep camps before maybe going into the base now, Tyler.
Yeah, and that expo is just, I just can't get my eyes off it. Tick, 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 tick. Just mining gold, double gold mining constantly. This feels so bad for Amphy.
There is 6 on that gold mine, but now he's going in there. He wants to cancel that
Thunderclap
Ancient of
as
Wind
well in
mayhap.
a second.
That is a big surround there on the bear. That bear's gonna go down. He might have to use a lot of the
Doesn't
moon wells
necessarily
to
need to do it.
Healthy, but it's not gonna work because those
There's
footmen
nothing
are
to
just
contest this, really.
absolutely demolishing it there.
Oh, getting those bears pretty much for
30
free.
seconds away. This is looking very, very dire for Ahmpy. Most likely a quick FF might be the best here to save your morale.
Yeah,
Even
I
the priest
this is looking rough
escapes.
for Amphy. I don't think he can come back from
Yikes.
this. His panda is coming out soon, but it's gonna come out with no moon wells ready to get him resources. He is taking to tier 3. He has no
I haven't
bears.
seen what
Then he
Dendi's
has an
like in
expansion.
Dota
This is
2,
looking
but I can
really,
imagine
really
now
rough
after
for
seeing
him.
He would
this.
be that guy to call it before it's over, but hopefully he understands what he did wrong this game, because it was very close. Like that gold mine play, if he would have stopped that expo at the very beginning, buy himself some time, the boot shop that Grubby talks about with
Hey,
his
Panda's back.
there, it could be a different game.
It's got to blow through some mana, though.
I think it's
I agree.
coming down to a missed fire breath that could have killed the other 2 peasants. A little bit of target fire on
going
the
up,
other one.
keep
If you
now,
kill all 5,
with
it actually
1800
stops
gold.
the expansion for a while. That meant that Dendi wouldn't have as many consumes, etc. I mean, it's a lot of ifs and shoulds, and at the end of the day, we're not watching a 3000 MMR
Yes,
player.
Balador,
we're watching
probably.
2 players that got good
But not
in a
in
very
Dota.
short period of time, which is impressive. There were chances for Ahmpy, but yeah, like you said, Tyler, it's most likely a call here. Ahmpy's gonna go through the Mortal Kombat final death animation, the fatality
This
in
panda.
effect right here.
Star for
We
teleportation.
just love seeing that.
There's
big
no
storm
bash,
bolt into
so
surround. It's like,
he
I feel
can't
like
get
at this
out.
point it's become Dendi's signature mood. He storm bolts a target, gets the big claw, surrounds the unit, and it's all over. The Blood Mage also is there to give him lots of mana so he can keep doing it over and over.
What if you could ban a champion? Like, if you had a tournament where you could ban one race's champ,
What
but
would
also
you ban?
stop one trick.
What would you ban, Tyler?
Which would you-
Who would I ban? Like, per race? No, like...
He
like,
might have
if
to
you're
buy a
gonna play
town
CP,
portal,
ban
but he
one
can't
champ.
afford it.
What would you ban?
Against Guzu, Paladin. Against Dendi, I would ban the fucking...
He went with the potion of healing. He can get out.
Yeah.
But more's coming
Amphy
in.
probably get rid of his Demon Hunter. But yeah, the Dragon Hawks are actually coming in here, which is a very funky play. I've never seen these, Grubby.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. There's FF. Game 1 going over to Dendi. Pretty convincing, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was big. That was that early expansion gives so much rubber band advantage that whatever happens after,
He didn't hold back.
it's tick
No
tick tick on
mercy.
the economy. So there are some Night Elf builds that try to cancel an early expansion, but at the end of the day, usually it's not about whether you can stop the human expansion. It's about whether or not you can do good damage. And his damage came a bit too late.
I will say Amphy responded really well to the expansion. He scouted it super early. He knew he had to deal with it, and he almost had it. Like, he was so close to getting it done. And if he did that, it might have went to Amphy, actually.
He had a plan. Like, he put in...
Will
he had a
Amphy
plan.
go
He
Demon
knew
Hunter?
was-
I think he will go Demon Hunter now. I'm
guy.
surprised he didn't
He
originally.
didn't play it perfectly. A bad plan...
Panda wasn't terrible, but
Yeah, very true. And the thing is, you can
just
maybe
didn't
you throw
quite
the first
work
match,
out.
you get rid of all the nerves. You're like, oh shoot, okay, log in now. Let's get it going.
Demon Hunter's
Then
just
you
more
pop off the next games
reliable
and you play
because
out
he's
of your
way
mind.
tank. Well, he's not way tankier.
Bro, is Dendi really that much
No,
better than
he
us?
is. He's a
All
Demon
of us?
Hunter. He's
Seriously?
like
He's not gonna
invincible,
drop a single
basically.
fucking map? Are you
He's-
serious,
And the
by
mana
way?
burn's
His
really
macro
annoying.
is not a big difference with many of the other players in the tournament, but his micro management is just better. Like the surround ability and the body block ability, I think, look most fluent. It's difficult to practice those mechanics immediately when you still have to learn a lot about strategies, what every unit does, what every race does, the timings and everything. But it's definitely something that's a cornerstone of your Warcraft 3 skill level as the game goes on, to be able to do those surrounds. There's a lot of money lying on the table that you leave if you can't do those, but it's a long practice route. I think some of the skill adjacency of Dota 2 is helping him here.
You think he can surround like that without MK?
I mean, I think he could, but it's making it a lot easier for him. And as we all know, Dota was a Warcraft 3 custom game in the beginning. Every single game in existence is actually a Warcraft 3 custom game, so he has a lot of familiarities with this game, the engine itself, and how to play. And that's a really, really, really good thing in a tournament like this.
Could you join, Tyler?
Oh, sorry, my bad.
All good.
So we're going to be in Hammerfall now. Grubby, do you think they're going to be changing up their strats for this? Or are we going to be seeing another Tavern hero? Or is Amphy going to go with his usual Demon Hunter?
I think there's a couple of options for Amphy, to be honest. He could do the Demon Hunter. He could also go with the Warden. Now, do I think this is a good Warden map? Not so much.
Wow.
Basically, there is something you could try to do if you are aware of the expansion.
They're getting up there on the
timing.
MMR. Look at that.
Most vulnerable
1472 and 1391.
Is when they're taking the expansion. So Amphy's
Not
actually
too
going
far
for
until they
Tavern
overtake
again,
me.
So we can already... Oh, no, never mind.
No, he's not.
The altar. Yeah.
So Altar of Elders coming out and also an Altar of Kings. So again, there is 2 expansion spots. Maybe Dendi's going to go for the sneaky one in the west, but I highly doubt it. I think he's going to go up for the one in the north if he's going to expand.
You think he's going to take Amphy's base?
No, I meant this one.
The other west.
Oh, that's south. My bad.
What?
He means west of his base, in all fairness, so it's fine.
Okay, I see. I get it.
My bad. Yeah, but I guess we'll see Engine of War coming
What
up,
the
obviously.
fuck, Guzu?
And then we're going to see which heroes they're going to go for soon. And then we can get a little bit more of a picture of how the match is going to be looking like.
Bro, fuck Hammerfall. These stupid fucking... Bro, fuck this Perch camp, by the way. I trolled my first game.
Yep.
I was...
Oh.
Yes.
I don't know why I W'd before I got hit.
Tyler, you should do either this camp first camp, even though it's far away, or you start this camp with Blade, you first get purged on your Blade, then you image. It removes...
Yes, I've been doing that. I fucking had a complete breakdown.
Yeah.
There is Demon Hunter coming out, but it might be a similar situation with that. I guess we'll have to see. Demon Hunter coming out from Amphy and also an Archmage from Dendi this time here. So he's gonna have to keep... Amphy's gonna have to watch out for the level 3 power spike with the Water Elementals coming out because they hit like absolute trucks. Amphy sitting down the Wisp to scout, and Dendi is working on his farms.
Demon Hunter. He's going to be killing those turtles.
Go ahead, bro.
He does like Archmage on this map. I was going to say it. He loves it. So, I'm not sure why. But he
Archmage is very, very good for an early expansion. It's something I tried to learn, but I realized that Pally Rifle is just right-clicking and it's just way more fun. There is the Ancient of War coming through here, eating a little tree for a snack. Amphy is doing such a phenomenal job. He kited away the Makrua Snapper with the Archer, so he can have a little bit more time with the Ancient of War while killing the Elementals there. Demon Hunter coming out, trying to get that XP. He does not kill it on the tree. I believe he gets the XP. Yep. And also we see Militia Pull from Dendi trying to get that early expansion.
Bit too close. Oh wait, no, that's deliberate. That's fine.
Eastern expansion. This camp is pretty hard unless you do this exploit here, where you pull the creeps away. Once they're on their return journey back to the leash location, the Rock Golem will no longer cast stun
Might be wasting a bit
boulders.
too much time for it.
It's trying to do a surround, which is actually a little
Just
unnecessary.
attack it, just attack it.
Just engage it. So notice how the Rock Golem is not using his mana pool.
Yeah, there's no Storm Bolts.
At least the Water Elemental's back. Pull the Water Elemental back and summon a new one.
He loves those guys. He got Ring of Regeneration.
But you're going to lose the Water
coming out
Elemental
there.
now
I
to the
think he would have
Trolls.
probably gotten a better item than that. Not sure if it drops int items there, but Ampy's continuing his farm on the west. We don't see any teching yet from Dendi because he's expanding, but Amphy just started his tech. He is actually teching.
Okay. Not going
he
for...
He canceled the expansion.
Well, I guess he never meant to. He's just doing it to creep to level 2 and to clear a gold mine for later, but going for an Archmage.
Yeah, okay. So I guess that's my fault.
He's checking.
Yeah, checking for that expansion. See if he can catch Dendi off guard. Dendi is running a complete opposite direction, so they will not be meeting each other for now. They're just going to be creeping and then powering up their heroes for a future battle.
So where does this go from here for Dendi? He's not making.
I think he just wants to get level 3 and then attack the Night Elf
base.
base.
Going to tier 2, 5 footmen already, no defense.
He might use
no
Militia to
blacksmith,
creep the other green
making
camp.
a 6th footman even. That's quite a large dedication towards early units. I don't know what he's cooking. I haven't seen him playing against Night Elf with Archmage. My guess is double Arcane Sanctum with Blood Mage second.
I mean, the Brilliance Aura from the Archmage is a fantastic, especially if you got a lot of Sorcerers and Priests, because they have just a constant funnel of mana. I don't know which second hero he's going to go for. He does love his Mountain King, but maybe it would be good going for that Pala to be able to spam the heals with Brilliance Aura.
Second barracks?
Oh.
He's going for... Oh.
Footman.
We don't see a Blacksmith, though, so...
Oh my god, he's going for an all-in.
Mad
You think
man.
he's going to go footy?
Yeah.
He can make it work, though, I
nothing else to
reckon.
do. He has no Blacksmith, no tier
He's got
3.
regeneration scrolls as well.
He's going to get regen scroll. He's going to get a Tavern Hero. And then he's going to flood defend footies. He already has 7. It's going to be like 12 to 15 footies. Basically, potato evolved. It's like Sunglitters but with tier 2 and a second hero.
This is gonna be something that Amphy has never experienced, I think, because I have never seen anyone do this.
And he's got
from
mostly
Sunglitters.
archers.
So Footmen are gonna be running down the map every 15 seconds. I don't know how long they take to craft, but I assume it's that long.
Amphy's down 2 wells as well, and he's turning back around.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Amphy is ready for this.
He kind of is. If you look at his skill build, he was actually holding his skill points all this time. He had only 1 skill point and 2 unpicked. By design. It's a high-level play that I didn't even know that he knows to do.
Pendant of Energy
so
with the Immolation.
He has Immolation level 2 now and Evasion. So without mana burn, he's actually going to be able to do lots of AoE damage with Immolate and have the
quick
tankiness
cells
to survive the onslaught of the Footman. Second hero is going to be Naga. She's great at focus firing Demon and controlling his movement. But with Immolation, he can bypass that. And let's see what his second hero is going to be as well. It's all going to come down to health on the Demon and how much contact he can have with the Militia. But this is a full all-in. I think it's going to be Arcane Towers, and it's lots of Footmen.
Oh, it was Naga
Seepage. Tower Rush. Double Naga coming out.
Not what I was expecting.
Amphy is actually going to be creeping a bit, Tyler. I don't know. How do you think Amphy should respond to this?
No, so right now he's flustered because he didn't expect it. He's going to come into this fight. Whoa!
The Archmage gets blocked so early on.
Surrounded!
Big surround!
That kind of throws everything in that. Yeah.
Ooh!
He survives!
Massive surround there on the Archmage, essentially nullifying the push that Dendi was preparing.
The worst thing about this is
there's no expansion this time, so they are on equal
footing. No expansion. He's still focusing on a tier 1 Footman. It buys more time for Ahmpy to use his tech.
When it comes to the little things and what you get out of the little things, there was a chance there for 2 archers that were dying to be healed on the Moonwell. He did not perform this. The archers did not end up actually getting healed, so it's -2 archers, -0 units for Dendi. He regen scrolls, re-goes with Militia and Footman, wave number 2 coming. This time Ahmpy will have greater invulnerability on Demon, which is good, but he's not realizing the gravity of the situation. He's once again going to tier 3. We're talking about no towers, no bonus Moonwells. Does he know he will get attacked again?
Yeah, I'm not sure if Amphy was really ready for this here. He saw the Footman, he saw the all-in, but he's still creeping?
He doesn't know it's an all-in. Somehow he does not recognize the pieces of the formula. What do you think, Tyler?
Well, this is definitely a worse spot to be in.
So one thing that Amphy could do here is he could get a big all the Footmen, maybe all stacked up, big immolate, suck those Moonwells, get that juice. He's doing it now little by little, getting ready for that. The Naga is in the back there.
Parse! Parse!
But he's parsing, he's damaging them, Tyler.
Parse!
He also
kill the Blood Mage or something. Okay, he might kill 3 here.
He also needs 3 wisps.
Oh, his shops.
He needs 3 wisps right now on the moon, on the water elementals in the back. They're a large part of the DPS. Demon Hunter
can wipe out all 3 of those water elementals.
Those wisps need to detonate on those water elementals. He's coming out now. He's bringing out the wisps one by one.
The Demon Hunter's getting away with this, to be honest.
He's popping
it's a Demon Hunter.
The towers are being built. Amphy is stressing out. Dendi is pushing in all the work here. If he can survive this onslaught, he might be able to get a good foothold, Tyler.
200 mg of Adderall, baby. I can fucking tell. Let's go, Amphy.
Those towers needs to go down as well, Grubby.
Yeah, definitely looks like the 1-1. Amphy is building a counter Ancient Protector. He's getting his first Bear coming out with the Bear upgrade. Bear's gonna have rejuvenation for a Demon Hunter.
This is only gonna get harder for Dendi.
Hell to kill. He's got 10 armor, lots of health, double evasion. Dendi trying to make this all-in work, but he got surrounded on the TP. His second reprisal came too late.
And, nice. More water elementals. That could actually keep him.
I will say,
Because that's the
Amphy
thing,
did a
if he kept the
fantastic
other
job
water
surviving this
elementals
here. He
alive,
came back with the
he'd
Demon
be
Hunter.
able to
He played
put way
well
more
with the
pressure on the
wave.
Demon
Eliminated
Hunter.
the water elementals. The towers are being built, but it
Towers
doesn't
are
matter.
up
This one, one
though.
of the
That's
things
actually
that
more
needs to survive
important.
this.
I think
Kill that Naga.
Ahmpy kind of
There he
needed to
goes.
go
He
for the
goes down
towers
the
there,
sea, which is no
really.
more.
He surrenders
He's got the Demon
Because having the
Hunter coming
towers up makes you
He
feel
just
so much
needs
more
to survive
comfortable.
a little bit, and he's good to go.
He could block with a he could block with a lumber mill if he wanted.
He's actionable.
Look, the other
This
towers
is
are going
actually
up.
Dendi's first map loss.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Dendi
If he
is
loses,
looking
it's
rough.
not over yet, but if he loses,
Yeah, not over yet.
Sector coming up here. Amphy might want to try to see if he can repair that one because that little peasant is just.
He needs to
rough.
get the
He wants to
Archmage
chop
ticking
trees,
away
he
on the
wants to
Ancient
go back
Protector
to his
before it gets
mountain
healed by
board,
Wisps.
But he can.
But
the
he's
scout,
come
the
around to the
arcane
left-hand
towers are burning
side.
the mana, but there's no mana to burn, so he can slowly kill them. Dendi here needs to figure out a new strat because this isn't working. He's building a lumber mill in the back. Maybe going to be changing up the units, Tyler.
not producing anything either.
I think
He wants
Ahmpy's
to get
managed
guard
to hold
towers.
this, to be
Lumbermill is a
honest.
prerequisite for guard towers, which actually do more serious damage. But ultimately, Ahmpy is holding. These arcane towers are burning mana, and they're doing damage while they are. But when there's no mana, they do nothing at all. He wants to get guard towers, but if you look at the population, Ampy's at 33. Dendi's
I think
at
this is
17.
Dendi feeling a little
Watching the
overconfident
final
and trying out
moments
something,
of the man
doing his
that doesn't have
showmanship.
any map losses yet in the tournament.
Come on, you
can bleed,
motherfucker.
as Tyler said. He is not a god. He can bleed.
Yes!
And Amphy is showing him how it hurts.
Come on, man. Let's go, baby.
This is going to be so hard to come back.
Amphy did a great job
Because the
responding to
tech of the
tower
bears
rush,
is so much
to
more
the rush
advanced
from
than what the
footman.
human has.
And now he's actually looking very favorable because the Druid of the Claw is here. He's got the upgrades. He's got tier 3. Meanwhile,
Look at his altar.
Dendi... Yeah.
He did. I said
Meanwhile, Dendi
3-0,
is
but
chilling.
I should have
He's not
taken into
chilling.
account that Dendi
Huge
might try to do
blocks.
something that's a bit
Body
too
block.
Body block.
risky.
Oh, the thing! Ahmpy takes game 2! Woo! We got a series, boys!
Game 2 goes to Amphy. Frankly,
Good job, Ahmpy.
I love Dendi. I think he's awesome. But it's good that he got to see that Amphy means business.
Let's
and it's
go,
going to be a
baby.
fun match.
Let's go, man. I told you, motherfuckers, he has a plan.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep. Rigged
That's
to
a
make
really
me
good
lose my
job
bet.
responding to that rush, though. Amphy,
Will I start jumping like Tyler as well?
figured
Not
out there was a
likely.
rush. He learned how to deal with it, and he just persevered.
I personally think he is going back to Mountain King.
Yeah, I think you might be right. He might go back
I think
to...
Dendi getting his Archmage stuck right at the start of the first attack lost so much
Let's go.
momentum.
He did it, man. Shock the world, Ahmpy. Let's
And
go,
then the
baby.
second one, losing the 3 water
That
elementals
was really
stacked
sick.
together. If you could spread
Little
those
worried
out a
for
little
him
bit.
Sometimes when he had his Demon Hunter starting a camp, even as Dendi was arriving, but ultimately he was able to pull back, get in position. He had a nice base layout, that open jaw Moonwell build, where you leave yourself 4 gaps in the middle to move in and out, go to the relative safety of the back of your base, and which was actually partially responsible for getting the TP surround on the Archmage, which bought him another crucial 1.5 minutes. Like you said, Tyler, maybe it was his plan.
He knows what he's doing, bro.
Amphy definitely knows what he's doing. He's been studying. He knows what Dendi has ready for him. Dendi is a good player at kind of changing up his trap a little bit. He does have a general thing he likes doing with the Mountain King and the Expo, but he's good at adapting. He did the Siege Tank attack on Annie, and he's done multiple different strats, so he does know how to adapt, but so does Amphy. So this will be interesting to see how they're going to change up their methods to the next map.
Oh, wait.
Okay, we need our casters in the game.
Yeah, I don't think I saw a... Oh, I see it now. Sorry.
I gotta...
Okay, same.
Do you guys think ping equalizer is worth it on 93 versus 110? I'm kind of inclined to turn it on. We haven't had a lot of these things.
I think if it's that close, I think it's probably worthwhile not turning it on, because if there is a disconnect, it would definitely be really shitty.
True.
We've had 2 disconnects so far in the tournament because of the synchronizer, I think.
Let's turn it off for no
I
disconnects.
think. Hey, turn on. I don't know what he's that.
Okay.
I think it's around the same ping. I don't think he would mind.
Kind of close.
War hell.
Name a more
This map,
dynamic
I don't
duo.
know who the hell put this map
Warcraft
into
3
the pool, but it kinda
Reforged
pisses me
and
off.
Disconnect.
Why do you not like this map, Grubby?
It's so big. so bad for Orc.
Yeah, I don't like this map either.
Yeah, that
it's
is the
clunky
map I
as
really
well,
want
trying to get from the middle.
You got a lot of time before that Farseer comes. But we're gonna have to see what they decide to do here. Maybe we're gonna see another Tavern Hero. I highly doubt it. I think Amphy's gonna go for his nice, trustworthy Demon Hunter. Maybe
Guzu's
we're
very
gonna see
good
a
at
Mountain
casting.
King, but I don't know. What do you think, Tyler?
It's gonna be Mountain King. I do think Ahmpy liked the DH. I wonder what his reasoning for not going was the first game. Maybe he was gonna just try
Grubby's not
something he hasn't
convinced.
experimented on before, just in game one, just to feel, just like test the waters. I think he goes back to DH for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I think DH is where Amphy feels the most comfortable. It's the one that he's practiced the most on. It's the one he plays the best on, I would argue. So I think he's going to go back to his home turf, and he's going to try to run it back to a 2-1 against Dendi here. We don't see a blacksmith, which is really awkward, because there's not going to be any riflemen on the map here. That's going to be really, really strange to see. But there is a barracks coming out, so it's probably either going to be an Archmage or a Mountain King start.
What could it mean? Do you think he's going to go Footman?
He could either go a full Footman,
Again?
maybe he's going to go for it again. I doubt it. I think he's going to change it up. I think he saw that it didn't work. Amphy knows how to respond to the Footman, so he's going to go for a different strat. He might start with a Footman though, because the Archmage is coming out, but I think he will transition into something else very shortly.
It's actually going to be an Archmage opening, not going to rely on the Mountain King Stormbolt surrounding. Yep. Against Demon Hunter. Will we see a fast expansion? I think it's so cooked if he tries to do an Archmage all-in on this map. It's just too big.
Cooked is becoming the word.
I agree. It's too much to travel. It's too
the
much
new
to
vocabulary.
deal with, because if you fail it, it's
just part of
basically
your
over.
dialect.
Amphy's sending out a scout now. Amphy's doing a really good job at doing that. Also, we see a Footman running out a little bit here as well. He got to go a little bit loose from his boss.
Footman scouts are
Oh
so
yeah, it's been
annoying
for a
because you
while
can't
now. I'm not
actually
saying
kill
it's
it, so
like brand new or
time.
anything, but yeah, it's just funny how much I'm hearing
it's
it
very
now.
cheap unit as well, 140 gold, I believe.
Tyler, what did you do the first time you saw a Footman scout? Did you try to kill it or ignore it?
This Ancient of War doesn't do too well versus ranged camps, so you got to be a bit careful with that. But the Troll Warlord hits a lot harder than these do.
It's very tilting when they constantly see
Good
it. By the way,
immolation, though.
The way to keep this Ancient of War alive,
A little
he
bit
has
more to the
issue
left
and
and he'd
attack
get
him
all
out
of them.
on his own tree of
He's
life.
technically not hitting the Hermit on the left.
If you do that, then it will stop attacking the AOW. Actually, no, whatever. It's fine. He's completely doing it fine this time.
Yeah, Amphy doing a great job with that. And also, if you
Turn
didn't
off the
notice,
immolation,
Amphy
yeah,
actually
get that off.
scouted
Get it
the
out of here.
left side, perhaps maybe expansion. So he's aware of it. Dendi's doing a great job at microing his militia so they don't die, so we can have a full power build if need be. Scroll of Agility, maybe not the best item to get for an Archmage.
Yeah, he's
We'll
playing
what the second
safe.
item
He
is
doesn't
gonna
want to
be
lose those
for his
guys.
mage here. Ring of
Send
Protection,
him out.
maybe not the best either. Pretty bad luck with that. But let's see if Dendi's going to go for an expansion that Amphy will be aware of.
It's so far. It is so far. Stop that.
Yep, it is very far.
He has to expand surely himself, right, guys? Right? He has to.
He almost never does.
I know, but I think he has to, or it's just
He
cooked.
is expanding.
The problem
there
is,
it is.
let's say if a human takes 5 Footmen, 2 Water Elementals, and it just face rolls their units on top of your building tree of life. How can you stop that with a demon and like 3-4 archers? Like generally, I think you can't.
So how do you win the matchup? Ideally, in a perfect world.
First, you have to inflict.
He's coming
damage.
straight
Move
over
your
that Demon Hunter,
in,
right?
Turn on Immolation, kill minimum 4 peasants. Ignore
Although,
this Archmage. Go
Dendi's
straight
ready
past
for
the
this,
Archmage.
so
You
good
kill
for
4
him in that
peasants,
regard. That was
you can
very
transition
fortunate
to
that he didn't
bears
try to do
and a
another creep
very
camp.
delayed counter expansion.
It looks like Dendi is aware of this because he wants to stop him.
Nice.
Amphy doesn't go for the peasants.
Doesn't
though.
want to
Maybe
pull him
that's a
in
big
so
of a
you can see the
blunder.
peasants.
The
He'd
peasants
rather
are
keep them
messing.
outside.
3 of the peasants are up. It's Tyler.
No. I feel
This
like
is
he wanted
good
to.
for Dendi because it's.
Just have enough practice in this
I mean, there's
oh,
half
wait a
mana
minute.
left
He
on
might
that
see
Demon
them. He
Hunter.
might see
He's
them
gonna
and go
try
for
and
them.
Is Dendi
Yeah,
blocking
yeah.
him?
The Demon
No.
Hunter can't really continue
of.
anymore
I don't
now.
think
You
Amphy's
have to
trying
pull
to go.
back. One regeneration scroll would
He's
do
gonna
so
get
much here.
Dendi's micro is
Oh, come
fantastic.
on!
Town Hall goes
No
up.
way. He's actually still going for it. He's gonna have to use his
Okay,
TP though.
death.
Pull back, pull back. Don't give him any more.
Losing an archer as well. It is
Eesh.
2 footmen, 1 peasant for 1 archer, and a very low demon hunter having to slurp up that
Almost,
goddamn
almost
juice
Dendi.
in the base.
Staff of Teleport from the shop. Teleport to this archer. Do it again.
Yeah, that expo has to be dealt with. Amphy should have went for those peasants.
Yeah, I
and
forget
now
about the
Dendi
staff of
just needs to
teleportation,
defend this. He
demon
needs to
hunter
put his
business.
all
It's very
into defending this
obnoxious.
base, because if he does, he will have a very good way to respond to the bears that will be coming up in around 4 minutes.
Ahmpy is about 12 seconds away from being able to hire a tavern hero if you do the maths in your head and you see that higher coming,
I want to see
20
Goblin
seconds to
Tinker
walk
Pocket
here,
Factory.
Arcane Tower taking a minute. We should have about 20-30 second window for Ahmpy to come in and cancel this Arcane Tower. If he does, he should have the tools necessary to do significant damage. But Dendi will be summoning Militia to bring up the flank.
Oh, it's
and the
Naga
archers
again.
will be vulnerable.
Yeah, Ampy's going for... He's going for the Sea Witch, so that's a very early harass champion. He's going to be able to do some hefty damage.
And it's still level 2
Dendi is
Archmage,
just
right?
Chilling. Yeah, sealing heal
So
him
not
up, but Ampy's
great.
going for the base, Tyler.
Fuck the expo, that's what he's saying. I'll take your main base. He knows he's gonna be at his expo with all his units, so he does this.
This is kind of risky.
Goes for all the pistons. This is risky, but it might pay off for him.
It's
He has
annoying.
no way to go out.
But yeah, if you
in order to
split,
win it all, he's risking
he's
it all.
okay. Yeah, good job there, Dendi. Don't give him the immolation.
Amphy, so if he does go out, he has to go out with a bang, I suppose. The Archer's
Two Archers gonna go down,
as well.
maybe.
The Archer's gonna go down as well. 2 Archers
Third
for 1
one.
footman so far. 3 Archers for 1 footman going down with that fireball for the big Archmages here. It's very, very bad for Amphy. He needs to go back.
Yeah,
He
Dendi
needs to
held
recover.
that.
I don't think he needs to stay in here. This is very, very bad for Amphy. This is not looking good at all.
I guess he feels comfortable with the Naga second, but I don't think it does anything for this initial pressure that he needs to put on because Dendi has the expansion. He needs something a bit more hard hitting.
Yeah, the Expo is running.
Oh, is he going
Dendi's
for a
making
surround?
gold. I don't know how long it takes for an Expo to pay off. Maybe you know more about that, Grubby.
Start for teleportation.
For
And then
humans,
creep
like
camp
a
to level
minute.
3.
Damn.
Oh, it's...
You may as well. May as
Yeah,
well, buddy.
When did he get it up? Some time ago. Let's see. He already mined.
Yeah,
1,000
Panda's more
from
hard
it,
hitting.
and it costs him maybe 600-700 to produce. So it's already earned itself back. He has more gold now than he would have had without. The only difference is, of course, he doesn't have tier 2. So all he has is footmen. He's got later second hero. But so long as footmen are doing the job, who cares? You're getting rich.
Getting rich, making money, paying dividends. He's also starting to taking to tier 2 right now, so he'll be able to get a second hero in around a minute or so. I'm not sure if Ampy knows how to deal with that. Maybe he's looking for an expo for himself as well. I highly doubt it, because he's already taking to tier 3. Ancient of Lore #1 coming up as well. We might see a second one with a mass amount of bears into upgrades, into a big battle very soon.
Okay, is there any world where elves just don't insta-tier 3 tech?
Yeah, there's
just
been
have
some
to.
builds where they tried to do Archer Talon all-in. Talons are extremely good against Footmen. The problem is it's not good on this map. So you would have to proxy build your Ancient of Wind here and then somehow try to keep in a foothold there. It's a very long shot. I would say less than 10% chance to win. Second thing they could do is to go for mass Huntresses instead. Huntresses dominate Footmen, but they lose to Water Elementals. So you also have to bring Wisp to detonate the Elementals. If you don't get it right in a singular fight, you're cooked.
See, there it is again.
Yeah,
You can't
and
not hear it
cooked
now.
Ampy may be. He's burning up his Demon Hunter, taking a lot of damage. It doesn't matter though, because he likes that Moonwell juice. He's also buying, I believe, no, he didn't buy one.
Staff
He
the
dropped
Demon
a
Hunter back
potion
and
of
then
Inroll
heal
from
up
the
and then
Ogre there,
teleport
so he has
back
a little
in.
bit of way to survive on the Demon Hunter here. Grubby, if you were in an Ampy situation right now, would you go Bears? Would you expand? What would be the way to deal with this Expo from
Try to
Dendi?
get Grubby
Kinda
to say
feels like you gotta
skibbity.
do both. I think you have to throw up a very hopeful expansion and go Bears at the same time. The only way you can possibly make that work is if you also start selling some items that you find. So the Potion of Invulnerability is fantastic, but imagine selling it for 240 gold. Even though you lose its utility, that's almost the price of a Tree of Life. Sometimes corners have to be cut, and just trying to do a cross-map bear all-in with 35 population against someone that has 10,000 gold in the bank, it feels like a long shot. So maybe just try to be greedy and do it all.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you gotta gamble big to win big as well. It might be a
That
very risky
Archer.
strat here, but what's more risking than losing? You know, Soapy Mask dropping there for the Demon Hunter. I'm not sure if he's gonna want another that one. I think he's gonna want another Sea Wave so he can keep up that pressure. Dendi's clearing up some very low-level camps. Maybe not the best to clear at the moment. Maybe he should go for some of those bigger ones while they're still up. Level 4 on the Archmage. Also, he hasn't made a second hero yet. Maybe he's gonna go for a Tavern hero.
He has scrolls too. He's ready to go. Look at his items: scrolls, invuln pot.
Yeah,
he has like pitiful army.
stuff.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is looking favored for Dendi, especially as the time goes on, because there's no expansion. The longer it goes on, the worse it's looking for Ampy. He's simulating a little knight here to get his Moonwells up. I don't know
Ampy
if
has
he
like 2 or
the
3 minutes
tech
to make
so
a
he can
decent army and
walk
just
in
go.
the shadows as Night Elf. I don't remember the name of it, but the longer this goes on, I think it's gonna be better and better for Dendi.
Bro, get an expansion or something. Just farm it. God, I fucking pan on my camera and I see his expansion every game and I get pissed off.
Yeah. Mountain King coming up now, Grubby.
Yeah, Mountain King coming up. It's going to be Rifleman. Also, Ahmpy made another blunder that he's probably not aware it's a blunder. He hired some mercenaries. Mercenaries are an instant army redemption from the mercenary camp, but they're generally good when compared to tier 1 units. When you already invested a lot in getting tier 3 units, Druid of the Claw, generally you shouldn't be investing in those. And they have further slowed down Ahmpy's ability to get more high quality bearer units. This is his moment where he tries to make a stand. Let's see what he's going to be up against. Dendi just used his heal scroll so he can pick up a ring and recoup some life. He's going to town portal in, Mountain King is out, Militia are on the way. It's going to be a massive pincer attack.
Fantastic town portal movement there from Dendi. He knew exactly where the demon hunter would go. He's popping the scroll of protection surrounding the demon hunter. He knows he's going to take a lot of damage from the footman, but he doesn't care because he wants to get that demon hunter.
He's getting the little mercs on the right-hand side.
Healing up the units, but no longer. Demon hunter's looking really strong here. He might have to pop
Demon hunter
potion, but he doesn't.
Staffed out. Almost managed to finish off all those units. Naga needs to get some one-shots off before she gets out. Oh, demon hunter coming back in.
Okay, he's back.
And he's got invul potion, that's pretty big. Oh, Naga's dead though.
Oh my god, level 5, level 3 element.
Demon Hunter can keep going for a little while, but not against the towers and just time being bought.
Yeah, and now he's just having
that's a big invul potion,
dance with Amphy. Amphy says run Dendi for some reason in the chat. I'm not sure if he's I'm not sure what's going on here, Tyler.
Yeah, he's pretending like you've got... Go ahead.
Ooh, no, I have nothing to say. That was useful.
Yeah, he just tried to pretend like Demon can be a one-man army, which, to be fair, sometimes is true, but not in this particular case. 0 damage to the economy, except the lumber economy, if that counts. Plenty of lumber in the bank for Dendi. He's now making knights.
So if you're looking at the resources currently, we got 32 food on Amphy versus a solid 53 on Dendi. Also, the gold is Dendi just spent 1,000 gold putting knights and priests and sorceresses into production. I don't think Amphy is gonna be able to bring this one back, but maybe he has some secret strat in mind. Maybe he's gonna be able to somehow survive this.
Okay, so there's
level 3 water elementals.
So we have two more maps minimum.
One more minimum.
One more map minimum.
Yeah.
I think Ahmpy chose... There's two things here. One, Ahmpy could have gone Warden with a very early expansion, basically predicting that there would have been an expo from Dendi, and then try to use Warden and Fan of Knives to do an early expansion. Like Tyler was saying, you gotta match it, like 4 or 5 minutes. Why? Because it's such a large map. So it's equally hard for Dendi to counter-harass the expansion. Option 2 would have been...
He's going to just miss him, is he?
Everything would have been different. Early expansion builds from humans stand and fall by the ability for the opponent to deal peasant damage.
Bears are coming back.
Doesn't matter how many footmen you kill if you are not affecting the income.
The expansion's finally been made, but it ain't going to get to stay.
Dividends for Dendi now. Amphy trying to put down a Tree of Life to do a panic expansion. I don't think it's going to pay off. That bear is getting surrounded, absolutely pummeled. It's probably going to happen again with a big thunderclap maybe coming up from the Mountain King. He's surrounding another bear. That bear is going to go down too. Amphy coming in there with the Demon Hunter, trying to see if he can maybe make some kills.
Knights, rifles, Sork, priest.
He has a pot.
Invul? Wow, 2 health.
That was a 4 health invul. That was so clutch. Healing scroll coming off as well. That Demon Hunter's gonna go down. Not quite yet though, because they were invul in response to the other invul. We're having a little potion party here. The Sea Witch in the back getting chased by the Knight and also Dendi's water elemental there. The Tree of Life going down. I don't know if it was cancelled, but Dendi he's destroying Amphy in this. He's really capitalizing on the victory.
Run.
Well, I mean, he's really good. He's actually really good.
Dendi is playing out of his mind.
Very.
And I will say also to Amphy though, he's playing good. He's not falling over. He's doing really good job trying to respond to this onslaught.
I mean, he beat both our asses, bro.
Yep, he did.
I took a game off him though, FYI.
And I almost did as well, but not quite. Amphy's good. He's insane. He has also put in a lot of work to practice, and it shows. Amphy has no prior experience in RTS. Dendi has played a little bit of Warcraft 3 many years ago.
That's not true.
It's not true.
I think Ahmpy played a little bit of StarCraft.
Oh, so a bit of the RTS experience, but there's no heroes in StarCraft though, from what I know, right?
Yeah, no heroes, but it's also a little bit of a... Like, people like to talk about, oh, Dendi's history, whatever. Amphy played StarCraft. So did Geranimo. It's not a guarantee that you're going to be high MMR and high placement in the tournament.
I think the thing is, Grubby, Dendi is just a freaking gamer. He
He's just a really good
understands
gamer.
how to adapt, and he knows how to learn a game fast.
Yeah.
Give
Yeah,
credit
he's
to
got that
Amphy. Amphy seems to
competitive
learn
experience as well.
very much on the fly
Yeah.
as well.
Many tournaments under his belt. But there's actually quite a lot of bears coming out here. I think Amphy is putting in a last-ditch effort. Maybe he wants to kill that stupid Mountain King in the back. But Thog as a broad axe does not want to go down. It is for Cosmo done today. Even though he might not be level 6, this dwarf can poke a punch.
Stormbolt is up.
Why are we still playing?
No, I think it's a tournament
He
and
has
Amphy wants to
73
try.
top, by the way.
Amphy just wants to go down kicking, I think.
3 Wisp is not enough to take down the water torrents.
Yeah.
How much does a Wisp
water
detonate for?
elementals are
250, or is it less than
crazy,
that?
Grubby.
175
We always used to
or
call them
something.
water torrents because they're as tanky as torrents almost.
You know what? At least they're not as broken as Warcraft 1 water elementals. If you know, you know.
I didn't play against those.
Yeah, they're disgusting.
Yep,
GG.
I just
2-1
get
to Dendi,
the
it's a best of 5,
casters,
so there
the
will be at
wizards,
least
and then
one more
just
map, maybe 2.
put them in a line and just
Come on.
spam water elementals on
Just
cooldown
give me
and
a
send them to
5v
attack
series.
move.
It would be cool to see Amphy do a comeback now so we can get a final showdown. 2-2. Who takes the
I mean,
victory?
what do you think he's thinking of right now?
Amphy?
Amphy?
Yeah, like, oh, that didn't work. Do I need to change this? Should I change this? What do I need to do better? He's too good. I can't beat him. It's over. It's done. I got this. It's
Tyler
all mine.
loses.
I'm gonna lock it. Like, who knows what he's thinking?
Yeah, I don't think Amphy's thinking like that. I think Amphy's theorizing. He's thinking about his times with his coaches. He's thinking, maybe I could go a different hero. Perhaps I could go for a Firelord strat. Maybe a Dark Ranger. Maybe I gotta throw a complete curveball. He does feel very confident on his Demon Hunter, but it hasn't really paid off in this previous match. I think it all comes down to how does Amphy respond to that expansion, because the expansion is gonna happen, and it all comes down to it comes down to that, I think, Tyler.
Yeah, and he hasn't been able to stop it once. He got close in that first game. Dendi decided not to even do it in the second game.
Hello, Marvin.
Yeah, and I
And
think
that's why I think
lost.
he lost low key.
Yeah.
He tried that little cheesy weird shit.
Yeah, he realized that cheese didn't work against Amphy. Amphy said, you know what? I see what you're doing. I'm not going to die to these footies. It's not going to work. But that expansion is scary. I think if Amphy can manage to get the expansion, get his Demon Hunter into those Pissons, kill them with Immolation, he actually has a really good shot, because he almost did that in the previous game.
Oh, question, Grubby. In
Yeah.
professional matches, in best of threes, do you insta start after the first game?
Insta start after the first game, or do you mean is there a break between maps?
Is there a break between maps?
There can be. It depends on the broadcast schedule and how permissive the tournament is of player requests. Why?
Because I felt like you were breathing down my neck after every game. I didn't have time to fucking think. Sorry, I'm getting aggressive.
That's okay. When I said ready, I guess you could have said not ready. So I was entitled enough as an early pro gamer. When people ask ready, I say no. I made sure to drink a lot of water so my bladder is full. So either the tournament floor is going to be wet or you let me go to the restroom. That gave me time to think.
When you said ready, I was like, damn, he's being pushy. And then you typed R. Tyler, are you ready? I was like, damn.
You could have said wait. I would have respected it.
Okay, but you asked 3 times. I'm like being pressured to say yes. Yes,
Oh.
I'm ready.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean that. Actually,
I have a victim mentality, bro. Maybe I do.
I don't know.
That's pretty, it's pretty out of order for
Getting to
Grubby
know
to
each
put
other.
that pressure on
I wasn't
Tyler.
meaning to
Yeah.
rush. I was meaning to, I guess keep pacing. But players, I respect players. Players want more time.
Well,
over the
I will
tournament.
say, the schedule has been almost exact that you put
It's
out.
been really good.
Yeah, that you put out before the games.
Nice. I'm happy.
Hearts in the chat for Grubby for that. Grubby is putting a lot of work for this, and the schedule has been so on point. Usually with streamers, that's not how it goes, but this tournament has been amazing.
You guys were very punctual too.
True, actually. Didn't the
Everybody.
FFA start exactly on time today as well?
No,
It
it was
did.
4 minutes late.
How do you know the exact minute?
Okay,
See, bro, you are pushy.
I wanted to
Tide
start it on
Hunter
time.
here.
I wanted to start it on time. Soda was showing up actually 2 minutes before the start, so there was still a little bit to yap. It's all good.
Okay, so we got a lot smaller map here. We got Tide Hunter here. Usually we
Guzu
see
bringing
Dendi
it back.
go for a nice special tech there on the laboratory camp, bringing it out, doing a little bit of a cheese one here. We might be seeing an Expo here, but if he does go for it, it's going to be a lot less to run for Amphy to get it to respond to that.
bad memories on this map.
Yeah.
I don't think Ahmpy's ever gonna expand here. Did he expand on this map? I played against it.
I've never seen him tier 1 expand. This is the hardest map to actually do a Brazen Night Elf tier 1 expand. Sometimes it happens on big maps. I think Warhill was the map for it, where maybe he should have tried to put it down. Like, the money that goes to a tier 2 upgrade could be a Tree of Life first. You delay your tier 2. It's not as good as what Human does. It kind of relies on the Human not coming for you immediately. But I think that's a fair risk to take in a match like this, where you have never shown it yet. Only problem is, I don't think Ahmpy has any experience.
They don't use Echo Isles anymore, do they? I feel like Tide Hunters has basically replaced Echo Isles. It's like one of the 1 versus 1 maps.
We got an Archmage coming out from Dendi yet again.
Wow, he's trying to beat allegations.
Yeah, and a Demon Hunter from Amphy as well in response to that.
What's very interesting, actually, is that they have not had Panda against Archmage, nor have they had Demon against Mountain King. It's almost like they studied each other and had certain hero predictions, and that they are managing their risk and trying to pick a hero they're okay with against what they're expecting.
That does seem like, from what I've heard from you, Grubby, that's something that actually happens on very, very high level too, because the players know each other. They know what the other opponent wants to do, so they try to kind of... There's some mind games going on before the match even starts.
Yes! It's actually crazy to think about, because you're pretty much sacking your entire game.
Yep.
For instance, if... so when I went TC Grunts versus you, if you didn't go Paladin Rifle, I was going to be even more gigafucked.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just, it's just like one of the things you have to do. You have to just guess.
Yeah, there's a lot of mind games going on before the game even starts, and I think that's what makes it so interesting. Because what are the players thinking? Is he gonna expand again? Is he gonna go for tier 2 fast? Is he gonna be teching? I don't know. It's interesting and it's fun, and that's why it's called real-time strategy. You're coming up with stuff on the fly, and that's also why it's very interesting to see how the players respond to certain things. Amphy is scouting the potential expansion now with that Footman running right behind it as well, Tyler.
No way. I don't know if he's going to expand here. I don't know if he has ads to do it. I think this map's a little bit shorter. It's going to give Ahmpy another chance if he does. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Also, you're going to lose any peasants ever? Bro, you lose like 5 per camp. He's not losing any.
Hey, okay, maybe once in a while.
I notice he does put the pressure on 2 of those peasants in specific.
You are right.
If you fought against him enough times, you would probably know to go and pick off those 2 peasants that are going to be low health.
He just started the tech there as well. So Ampy's a little bit in front of the tech, but we don't have an early expansion quite yet. Footman is still being produced, so we'll see how they respond to potentially meeting up in the middle now.
Pretty low Demon Hunter. He went into a Wake camp in order to buy Circlet, but his Archer movement didn't need to be like this. He's 3 hits away. He's going to hide, actually survive.
Is he going to pick up the dust?
Around that Archer
he's going to use the Footman, but can he reach the lab with the Footman?
He could buy a reveal from the shop to get that Night Elf.
The race is on.
He did.
Oh, he did it!
Now he's going to feel pressure to put the Footman at the lab.
Quick on his feet, and he wants to get
Be careful. Yeah, you can do it, actually.
Reveal chance.
Oh, it's a little risky. Did he just get ensnared?
Archer, he does, but it cost him his Footman because
he needed to go lower.
So he kills 130 gold Archer, but loses 140 gold Footman.
It's 135, I think.
Lost 50 gold from the reveal from the laboratory, so it's
can't believe this grubby guy doesn't know anything about Warcraft 3.
Funny enough, but he goes down, he says, you know what, I don't care, I'm going to continue, I'm going to move these.
That's sarcasm, by the way, for those that thought I was serious.
Some early, easy camps and see what we can do. Then Amphy does the same thing as well here. We have a tier 2 coming out.
Sometimes I have to say it's sarcasm.
Also an arcane vault from Dendi and a lumber mill being crafted too. What do you think?
True, he doesn't know human as well as the other races.
Lumber mill means tower rush, I think. Either it's tier 3, but I think it's weird.
That's a good point, Junior.
I think it's going to be a tower rush, basically the same as what he did in game 2. It's like he doesn't like this map for expansion, so decided.
I haven't seen too many spell breakers really.
Basically, instead of double racks, it'll be like.
Do people not build spell breakers anymore?
And then guard towers instead.
That used to be a big thing. Get to tier 2 as human and make a lot of spell breakers with some casters behind it.
Of its resources, and for the rest it doesn't mean anything. But I see lumber mill. I think guard towers.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing that Dendi really messed up in his previous push with the all-in. He made a bunch of scout towers, and scout towers, as we all know, only really damage the mana of heroes, so they're not really good if you're trying to rush down a base. Amphy's clearing up the Ogre Mage in the top right. Maybe he gets a good item off of it. Let's see. Greater mana potion.
Not great for Night Elf. I think orcs love this item. You probably sometimes love it, though you have basically enough mana usually. Guzu.
Yeah, I mean, usually I spend all my mana healing my militia, but that's another story because we don't see any Whoopton or Woode in this match here. Did we see a Tavern Hero potentially coming up from Dendi?
The defense upgrade just finished.
Okay, so
what timestamp? Oh, yeah, you can actually see the time at the top now, actually. I don't think I noticed that before on the UI. 5 minutes 44.
Demon Hunter and an Archmage. He's going to go for the base now, Tyler.
I'm sorry, I'm locked in looking at this.
Oh boy.
Something sussy
Archmage looking for
Does
blood.
he not see what's happening? Surely he does.
I think he was trying to
He's in like a crazy fight on his camp.
He wanted to spread wisps around to get some kind of scout information.
He just needs to spread his water elementals out a little bit and keep his Archmage back versus Demon Hunter, and he can keep the pressure. Otherwise, Ahmpy should be able to clean this up. But there's the first mana burn, minus 100 mana.
Okay, he has no peasants though. I don't know if he's all in here, just like playing for fun to get his moon well.
Watch out for the next mana burn in a moment. If you're not careful, get another water elemental out and then spread it because a wisp might come in from the left-hand side to detonate.
But Dendi's doing a fantastic job of moving them out. 1 footman goes down there, 2 footman goes down there, 280 gold going down there, maybe 360 gold minus for Dendi. There is 300 gold, level 2 for the Sea Witch, taking down that water elemental as well.
He's not even got an expansion. He's protecting Dendi here. So it's not like he's buying time for anything.
A more vulnerable target than this very beefed up Demon Hunter. Yo, was that a deny?
That was a deny.
That sounded like Yoda there, Guzu.
Off his own archers to deny the XP from Dendi. Absolute amazing thing to see. That's what we see a lot in Dota, but today we're seeing it in Warcraft 3.
There he's tried right there as well. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Both players are evolving before our eyes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Demon Hunter's getting stronger though, so that's a scary thing.
There's a lot of footmen being crafted still. We don't see a tier 3 quite yet being done here, but we see 2 Ancients of Lore from Amphy, so he's setting up for that big bear push. In the next 2 minutes, we will see bears, we will see upgrades, and we will see a massive power spike for Amphy.
Oh yeah, you got the water metal out just in time.
This big push here into Dendi's space.
Keep in mind, Ahmpy has no town portal, no heal
Footman
bolt. He
blocks,
has done
most
very little
likely.
showing up here so far. This is a typical overchase that I heard you and your coach talk about, Tyler. You said you learned from your mistakes chasing a Night Elf to their base. Very similar concept here. What did he gain after having a very good defense by coming here?
Minus 400 gold because he lost 4 archers.
Yep.
4 archers.
He overcommitted and he lost a lot of units for it. I think it's better off for Amphy if he farms some creeps, gets a little bit higher level, and waits for those bears, because those bears are being crafted. Druid of the Claw training is coming out now. Dendi is yoinking those turtles, trying to get some XP.
A good little comeback here for Dendi to stay in the game.
There is a barracks being crafted in the bottom.
What?
So
is he doing the footman rush again?
This feels much more manageable. Now, like, less stressful, in my opinion, because there's no...
It's like 8 minutes into the game and then he just smacks down a second barrack to build more footmen.
In his army. He just has to hold.
This is looking a lot better for Amphy this time around than the previous time. He's simulating nighttime here. Amphy hates daytime because in daytime, the Moonwells don't generate that juicy mana and health for his units there. I don't know if Dendi's going to be going for a push here. It's looking like he's gathering up army now.
He's all in. He has 2 barracks, mass footmen, he's bringing peasants, he has an ivory tower in his inventory, which is an instant construction, like a prefab tower. Archmage can poop that out anytime he wants to. He wants to kill the Ancient of War, and he wants to invade deep. Only problem is, Ahmpy already has Rejuvenation and Tier 3 ready.
And Immolation.
Very little lumber, though.
It's level 2 mana burn though.
Dendi has a lot of lumber, but Amphy has none. The Demon Hunter going in here for a big immolation. See if he can
Watch
get
out,
Archmage. He doesn't have any
Archmage.
town portals or
Oh, he goes on the Naga Sea
so he's
Bitch.
essentially all in with the Demon Hunter. If it goes south, it goes very south there. Big chain lightning there. He maybe wants to replenish some mana there.
Water Mental's still alive. Careful of any wisps coming in to snipe those.
One bear going down, another bear looking healthy, but the archer needs to go back in the side there. The scout tower is being crafted. The shop
Wisps
is being
really
crafted.
need to come out and
I'm
get
not
rid of
sure
those
who
water
has to be
mentals,
here,
because that's
Grubby.
what's keeping Dendi alive here.
Frost arrow off for most of this fight. He just turned it on, and it pays immediate dividends. Ahmpy is getting his Demon Hunter surrounded. He does have Staff of Preservation on the Naga. He could try to escape with the Demon, and he does. But there's no new Rejuvenation coming out. He lost both of his bears. He has a healing potion, but Naga's getting targeted. This push by Dendi. The first tower is finishing.
Wow.
That tower wall is looking rough. That's something you've seen in the past. I think we've all have seen that in the past, Tyler.
Yeah. It is miserable to play against because you don't know what you need to do. You can't hit the tower, you can't hit the units. You know you can hit the tower because if they finish your foot.
Did you see that? He did a triple wisp detonate on where water elementals were clustered together, but Dendi hit him with the pre-split. The wisps were not given a new command. They detonated on nothing at all. -3 wisps in an already dire situation.
Yeah.
All part of the plan.
I will be honest, Tyler. I think it's looking rough for Amphy.
This is going to be almost impossible. He has no new units. Oh, damn, you're coming out. It's going to be forever. He has no wells. Does he have gold?
Demon Hunter can do this.
Two more
No problem.
Shop, I think, might be out.
Yeah, that tower slowly killing off the bear as well. Ampy's trying the best he can to survive here, but I think the onslaught of Dendi will be too strong. He even has offensive peasants to repair the building if he so desires. Clarity potion being purchased there. Amphy is trying to just do the best he can to survive, but it's not looking good, Tyler.
Oh, he's holding a little bit. Turrets, maybe there's some light. I see some light at the end of the tunnel.
I don't.
It is.
I don't know how he kills the turrets, though. I don't know how he kills the turrets.
Yeah, it's very remotely possible. There's 2 turrets about to finish. They're 95% of the way done. That's going to be so hard. I really thought Ahmpy could have held it, but those 2 adept bears that gave rejuvenates, he should have moved them back. They would have had another rejuvenation now, but he used them to fight, and it was not good.
I think it's impressive how well Amphy is holding this. His heroes have still not died. Most other people in this tournament, and even just normal players, would have lost many minutes ago here. But Amphy is doing one last-ditch effort with a healing pot and the Demon Hunter to try to survive here.
This is, in fact, looking like Dendi is going to take home first
There
place
goes the nugget.
in an extremely convincing fashion.
Demon Hunter's back though, level 4, ready to go. Pushing all of these towers back and the heroes in the water
I think
elemental.
we're looking at our very first champion of the OnlyFangs Invitational here.
Does look like it. No more heal pots in the shop. Demon Hunter goes down. It's a GG. Ahmpy.
GG to Dendi.
Well played from both players. I feel like we need
True,
to not
Mike.
understate that. Dendi is insane, but Amphy has played out of his mind the whole tournament.
Let's go!
Oh, congrats, bro!
Yo, congrats, dude. That was awesome.
Thank you guys!
Ahmpy looks like he's in contemplation of what's just happened.
GG. Dendi, you showed 2 different builds, 2 different starting heroes, which actually makes for 3 different ones. The build that already failed once, that Ahmpy held so well with his Immolation level 2 Demon Hunter, you dared to try it again. Did you feel like you could make adjustments to make it work this game? Or was it just something you had predetermined on this map based on your research?
Both. I did some researches, obviously, for this is a small map and it's really hard to do expo and play from expo, I think. Like, it would be maybe hard for me to defend. Even though it feels like with expand I having more success. But at the same time, I think the first game that we played, Amphy did an amazing TP on my head and forced me to TP away, and that slowed down the push because it's very all-winish thing, right? You attack first time, you do some damage.
Looks like he's got a cozy house.
Juice, and then you come again with towers and try to all-win. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's pretty complicated. Yeah. So I got lucky second time, I guess. Didn't need to TP home this time around. Yeah.
I think
you're selling yourself a little bit short here, but yeah, go on, Grubby.
Yeah, you're showing a lot of humility when you worked on your strategies, your research of the opponent, your micro, your game understanding. Pretty surreal. You're in your first games of human. You put in so much work the last few weeks. Ahmpy, so did you. You showed a lot of different starting heroes, showing a level of versatility that is very rare for a beginning player. That was not technically a question, so I understand why you're not saying anything. I'm going to ask a question. How do you feel?
Yeah. I mean,
shell-shocked.
I put up my best, but wasn't enough ways.
You played great, Amphy. Dendi is insane, but you did some clutch plays, actually. You did some good comebacks.
Bro, you did good.
Yeah, you did.
You have really good micro.
Grubby's rubbing it in now, whilst Ahmpy looks devastated. Putting the Dendi wins 3-1 on the screen.
Bro, your immolation splits were nuts. That was insane. Like,
I learned it from last time, man. Last time you burned my entire army.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, what should I do with that? Like, I should just hit you with Archimage and move my footies around. Like, Yeah, so I'm adapting. The first game that I tried to rush you also, I didn't put lumber mills. So all towers...
I mean, he still gets $3,000, doesn't he, old Ahmpy?
And also I didn't buy
It's only 2,000 behind the top one.
Shop. So the second game I bought tower from a shop because it built up fast.
It's not
And
too
I
bad.
used
A
lumber
little
mill.
pocket tower. It was funny.
Too shabby.
So like I
Yeah,
also
Dendi gets
improve from
5k.
game to game, like trying to adapt. a little
Ahmpy
bit.
gets 3k.
Yeah, great games, everyone.
Guzu got
Again,
third
huge
place, didn't he?
thanks to all
So
the
I guess he got
participants
1k
playing
or
this
something. Oh,
tournament
what does he
and
get?
Putting your time on the line.
What did they put
in
for
the
that one?
last,
Isn't
couple
it like a
of
10k
weeks.
tournament though? So
Hope
it's
you
like
guys all
3k,
enjoyed it. I know
5k,
the game
3k,
can be
2k. Yeah.
frustrating sometimes, and that's showing part of our human side and your human side as well. But ultimately, I hope that it also was paired with pleasure and a feeling of reward when you figure out some gnarly game system.
How much did I
of
get for
this
my
ancient
casting?
Game. It was great watching you guys.
I only
Thank
got
you all.
respect, I think.
Thank you.
That was it.
Appreciate it.
Socks.
Guys, you also played well.